We are back for round 2. I'm in a much better mood than I was before because I just beat Jeskai in a 2-man. So, with a Tarka Red. I don't know if you've seen my standard videos, but they're up on my YouTube channel. Excuse me. And now we're waiting on our opponent, so I'm gonna pause again. Yeah, I'll keep this hand. This is a reasonable hand with a nice mix of 2-drops, 6-drops, and lands. Our opponent did not lead with a 1-drop, which gives me hope for the future. Gross. I think I still want to play the Mist Intruder. If my opponent attacks with the Outcome whatchamacallem, I will definitely block that. Next turn I can play both a Salvage Drone and a Coral Helm Guide. Stonewaker. Yeah, I'm blocking. Also, Grip of Desolation means that you never have to worry about getting the double exile for your processors, because it just has two, like, it just puts 2 things right in the exile zone. Well, I'm not attacking this turn, I guess. Kozilek's Channeler was a pretty sweet draw, though. I don't think, actually I definitely blocked this. Our opponent might have a Sure Strike, in which case, okay. Or like a Lithomancer's Focus or something. Stonehaven Medic. The Salvage Drone is never attacking ever. Alright, so sweet. Kozilek's Channeler. The thing I like about having Kozilek's Channeler in a deck is that it's just a 4/4, which is just like thunk, in that your opponent really has a hard time blocking it or attacking through it, which is really what decks like this kind of need. IMO. Drawing Sire of Stagnation here would be amazing, because my opponent is stuck on 3 mana, they're playing ally deck, which means that they probably want stuff. Incidentally, I think it's funny that after the first time, like, I'll double block. After the first land drop, they have not hit a land drop since, so blocking Stonewaker did not a lot. I'm just gonna play Conduit of Ruin here. Originally I thought this put in your hand, which is a lot better, but this is still not bad. Breaker of Armies is a sweet card. Nobody's arguing. Yes, please. Stop, come back. I haven't even drawn it yet. Move to sideboarding. Do I want anything? Not really. Let's run it back then. Also, for those of you who are like thinking about getting into standard, a Tarka's command is worth every goddamn penny. I'll keep both our colors, Coral Helm Guide. Do I hold up horribly awry on turn 2? Good question. I think I do. Like, well, yeah, because 3-drops are pretty important for this deck. Also, I'm not blocking that anyway, probably. And, yeah, nope. See? Told you. There it is. It's just not happening. I can play Calling Drone, and then Incubator Drone, and then Coral Helm Guide. Alright, good thing we have this Incubator Drone. Hopefully drawing another swamp at some point in time. Okay, no ally. That's not, it's not an ally. No blocks. First strike is so interesting. Alright. So I'm attacking with my Calling Drone. You might wonder why, but again, there's a good chance that I'm never blocking this Core Blade roll, so I'm fine, like, taking the chance that they won't either. And we hit, like, probably something that they're using to splash a color. So, while that is completely irrelevant and definitely, like, not circumspect, it's definitely hindsight. Yeah, we wanted to hit that Shambling Mint. I think it's worthwhile anyway. It's a free attack. And now we have Incubator Drone, which will block the heck out of one of these Core Blade rolls. So, yep, you got a Cliffside Lookout. My opponent still has not gotten past 3 mana. Okay. Sure Strike. Let the Mancers focus. That's still fine. It's definitely worth it to get that out of their hand. I think I attack with the Calling Drone. And then I'm going to play the Dominator Drone. And then my hope is that next turn I draw a land and I'm able to cast Coastal Discovery with Awaken using my Eldrazi Scion. If that's not the case, I guess I'll have to live with it. But if I there's another line where if I draw Swamp, I Grip of Desolation and hit the mountain. Alright, well, that's icky. Well, not too bad, but... So I'm taking 4 here. I'll block your Cliffside Lookout. What? You don't want to do that? And if I don't draw a land, I can see myself just... Yeah, I'll just cast Coastal Discovery. I do need to draw lands. So, hey, look. That's a land. Not necessarily the one I was looking for, but I'll take it. Okay. Here's where we start chump blocking. Well, not chump blocking so much, but like, you know. Well, chump blocking one of those Core Blade Whirls for sure. Yeah, I think I play the Sire of Stagnation here as opposed to the Grip of Desolation. Thunk. That's the sound an Eldrazi makes when it hits the table. yeah, I was gonna look up the price of Sire of Stage. Not attacking it. Foil is $9. So on buy price 7, but still, that's pretty penny. Okay, hopefully we don't get overrun this turn. That's the hope. I mean, technically not getting overrun. Our opponent never cast the card overrun. Since the difference, yeah. I don't want to go down to 4. Okay. Okay. So I could play adverse conditions. Go to 1. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But I can also play Coral Helm Guide, which I'm glad I noticed before I passed the turn. Because that would have been bad. Yeah, these guys are not... These guys. Not untapping during your next untap step, friend. Got him. Oh. Okay. You got me. Maybe it was a little too late. I think we're gonna take out the Conduit of Ruin and put in another Incubator Drone so that we don't just die to early beats constantly. Yes, I'd like to play first. I'm gonna mulligan this. It's got 2 6s and only one of my colors. Yeah, this is much better. Keep, bottom. We have Anticipate. Okay, no turn 1 creature. Sweet. Clutch of Currents, pretty sweet. Sure. Anticipate. I'll take a swamp, I guess. Awkward thing about Clutch of Currents in this matchup is that my opponent has, like, actual, like, has enters the battlefield triggers, which, you know, makes it a little harder. I am most certainly blocking the Serene Steward. I think I want to use Windrider Patrol as my way of taking over the game, so I'm just going to play out Incubator Drone and Environment Damage. Sure. Things gain first strike. Do I want to double block the core Blade Whirl with Incubator Drone and Benthic Infiltrator? I think the answer is yes. Even if my opponent does have the Lithomancer's focus, they can only kill one of my guys, which makes it a 2-for-1 on my, well, no, it's a 1-for-1 on my part, but land. Sweet. Now the big question is whether I play the Windrider Patrol or the Kozilek's Channeler. I think the answer is Kozilek's Channeler, because I have some big mana stuff, want to be able to cast it, and again, not attacking with the Benthic Infiltrator. I don't think it's worth it for the 1 damage and the 1 ingest. Yeah, awkwardly, Clutch of Currents, not great. Oh, wait, no, I can Clutch of Currents and hit the Blade Horn, the Great Horn. Sweet. Got there. Let's see. I want to get my beats on with this Windrider Patrol, so I think I just cast that. And not worry about the Great Horn quite yet. Like, having the ability to scry seems pretty important to me. Yeah. Touch of the Void, not unexpected, but at least it's not going at my face. Yeah. Alright, so here's where we start infiltrating. My opponent does have the Stonehaven Medic Serene Steward combo, which can get iffy. Maybe I just want to clutch that. Grip of Desolation would be a good draw. Man, Grip of Desolation would be a sweet draw. I think I just play a land and pass. Okie dokie. First Strike and Menace. I'll block. Huh. Kind of need to kill this thing. I'll take 6, 7? 7? My opponent might have a Lithomancer's focus again. Again, would be super awkward. Yep, okay. And it's just a 1-for-1, but it's still, like, super awkward. So I'm gonna cast this with Awaken. Awaken there. Well, no. I think I need to cast. Well, I learned this trick from watching somebody else play Moto. If they had to smite the monsters, they would have cast it. There. Now I have action. Now I'm getting some action. Where you tap out all of your lands first for the Awaken spell. God damn it. Stop having things. Like, I can still double block, though. Pretty handily, might add. So, gonna double block that guy, and we're gonna double block that guy, because there's no point in double blocking the core blade whirl. Although, yeah. I'll take, go to 8, yeah. Delicate predator, you say? I think I'm going to cast my opponent has 0 cards in hand. So in order for them to really blow me out, they need to draw an ally. So what I'm going to do is cast, well, I'm going to cast Sire of Stagnation. Because it does the same thing as Clutch of Currents, it puts 1 creature on the board, and the difference is, like, yeah. Although my opponent is at a point where they really don't need to cast or play lands. At least the Serene Steward is dead, so they can't just, like, sit back on their heels and activate Stonehaven Medic a bunch of times. That is something that I am thankful for. Also, one of their Touch of the Voids is gone. I might end up bouncing the Valakut Predator anyway, as it's the safest thing to bounce with Clutch of Currents, apart from the Stonehaven Medic. Yeah. So. I'll block. Man, I wish this triggered if I played lands. Hit that guy, awaken the land. I think I attack with Sire of Stagnation here. Like, opponent triple blocks, I kill 2 creatures. Like Reckless Cohort and Blade Whirl. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Unless they're just not interested in blocking, which I guess is fine too. I'm really glad we bottomed that land. Okay, drawing Grip of Desolation would be sweet. Note to deck. Deck to self. I don't know. So my opponent probably has at least one land in hand right now. Yes. Yes. I get to draw 2 cards. Probably has another Undo champion, my guess. Which would be slightly awkward, but not unbeatable at the present. If I draw another colorless creature, by the way, both of the cards that I drew are basically blanks. If I draw another colorless creature, well, obviously, yeah, never mind. I'm just gonna remove something and then play it, because I probably have enough lands to do that. I don't know why they didn't wait until they had the Valakut Predator. Yeah, maybe it's just an Undo champion. Nope. They just wanted to play a Valakut Predator and probably something else. Cliffside Lookout. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'll block. Taking 5. Maybe my opponent has a Touch of the Void. Be bad. Ooh, mama. Alright. Oh man, and Titan's Presence is an instant. Touch of the Void is sorcery. Yeah, it is. Okay. Play land. Okay. I'm gonna do that. Okay, that works. I'm gonna let this happen. My opponent does have to play, like... I hope they don't have, like, 2 more of those in their deck. It'd suck. My opponent does have to play, like, a swamp in order to actually cast that. So I'm definitely just keeping Ulbog's Nullfire in hand forever until my opponent casts another Touch of the Void. Because that will beat me. Hey! Breaker of Armies. Let's see. This is 4. This is not enough. Okay. We're just gonna pass. I do not want to die to a top decked frickin' Touch of the Void. Or like Smite the Monstrous, you say? Sure. Resolves. Oh hey. Now we're hitting the gas. Breaker of Armies. So I have this card. Is it good? If so, why? You have to be aware, my opponent does have cliffside, lookout. Nah. Yep. Love it when I make the right decision. I still haven't won, but, you know, I have to go back to work. GG's. Yeah. Like you were winning that game anyway. And I had a Coral Home guide for my Breaker of Armies combo. Yeah, it was kind of awkward playing out the Breaker of Armies without killing something. But I think it was definitely worth it to hold up Nullifier. So, yeah, GG's opponent. Sorry I had to go back to work.